Next up, Kate Winslet. Our next guest, a two-time Oscar nominee. Her most recent nomination, of course, for her role in a tiny little film. Not a lot of people saw it. It's called Titanic. Take a look.
All right. Open your eyes.
I'm flying. Jack.
Her latest film, Hideous Kinky, opens this Friday. Please welcome Cutie Patootie, Kate Winslet. Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Do you like it, everybody?
Was it a relief to cut it off? Had you always had long hair?
It actually just needed a damn good cut, you know?
Yeah,
just before Christmas, it was getting really kind of just messy and not looking quite right, and I just thought, chop it off.
Chop it off. And was it an emotional thing for you? Because a lot of people go through a lot.
No, I was like, get the champagne out, chop the hair off. I loved it. I couldn't wait to get rid of it.
Well, it looks fabulous.
Thank you.
It's lovely to see you, and congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I saw the pictures in InStyle magazine. How cute is your little hubby? Where'd you meet him? What's the deal?
He's so beautiful and wonderful. We met on Hideous Kinky.
Which is the movie you're here to talk about.
Which is the movie that I'm here to talk about.
Yes.
We met on the set, and he'd arrived a little bit late because he was working on something else back in England. And this beautiful person turned up, and my reaction was, oh no, because I just knew. I knew that something was going to happen, and he says that he sort of felt the same way. And
is he an actor as well?
No, he's not. He was an assistant director on the movie, so he was, you know, one of the crew members and stuff. But it was all love under the sun, and we came home together and got married a year later, so it's brilliant.
And you had your big wedding reception in a pub?
We did, a good old English pub.
Give me a high five on that! You had kegs of beer and potatoes and everything?
We did. We had kegs of beer, we had mulled wine, because it was quite cold, and we wanted to kind of keep it a little bit Christmassy and things.
Right.
And we had all of that, and we had bangers and mash, which is what some people keep picking up on this thing, and I think they just think, well, we were all big porkers eating all these bangers and mash, but they chose to ignore the fact that we actually had other things like salad niçoise and Provençal tarts and all these kinds of things.
What
but
is
it was
banger
great.
and mash?
Bangers and mash is it's an English dish, and it's basically piles of mashed potato and big fat sausages and loads of gravy all over the top.
Sounds delicious.
Incredibly unhealthy.
Would you bring some for me next time?
Certainly will do.
A little bangers and mash. Now, have you gotten over the whole Titanic swell? There's no way you could have prepared yourself for the kind of attention that you got.
No, I know. I mean, so many people said to me, you know, your life's going to completely change when this movie comes out and all these things, and I just thought, well, you know, I don't want it to all change, and what do you mean it's going to, you know, get bigger and things, and it was just so extraordinary, and I think the thing now that I feel is it's never gone away, it's still there, and it did so much for so many people. I think that's the thing, because the response was so warm and so huge that it's very rewarding for me to sort of sit here and now feel that that's something that's going to go down in history, and
definitely will.
and that I was in it, you know, and I see it and I think, oh, that's me. That's me. I was in that film. It's very strange. Little
girls were crazy about it. I mean, I have some friends of my friend's daughter saw it like 14 times in the movie theater or something.
I know. Well, I heard this. I heard there was someone had seen it about 25 times, and little girls having Titanic parties, and I just found that completely amazing. But
have they like bombarded you on the street?
People do come up and say, you know, lots of lovely things, and I always think that's actually a really brave thing to do, because I think, oh, I'd never dare to approach somebody. I'd always be too nervous. But there were some little girls that came to my house the other day, and I'd been out and they stayed around and stuff. My husband said, oh, you know, she'll be back later and maybe do you some autographs, which I did. And they gave me these presents, and one thing was a bunch of flowers. The other thing was a little kind of fluffy mouse where you pulled the tail and it hopped around the table. And the third thing was a blow-up sofa. A big blow-up sofa, and I didn't know. I just thought, well, what am I supposed to do with this blow-up sofa? And I haven't blown it up yet. We don't sort of have room for it.
But they waited at your house, and you went and you greeted them and took their gifts and gave them autographs?
Yes, yeah.
That Absolutely. Is so nice of you, and so totally un-American. We would have called security and had them removed, you know what I mean?
They were completely harmless, and apparently they'd met on the internet, and they'd taken this day, and they decided they were going to get together and come to my house and all of these things, and so, you know, what could I do? I thought it was a wonderful thing, really.
Oh, that's so funny. I remember when I saw the movie, this tells you how I'm really got my finger on the pulse of, you know, American pop culture. I saw the movie, I said, great performances, amazing actors and actresses. It's a little long, I don't think it'll make a lot of money. The biggest, most successful film of all time. I couldn't believe, you know, such a loser. I'm like, I don't know.
But no one really knew what was going to happen with it. And coming towards the end of filming, you know, people were sort of saying, you know, this is going to be big, this is going to be big. And I started to feel like, you know, well, maybe it is, actually. Maybe I've done this movie and perhaps it is going to be a huge success. And look what happened. Look,
here you are, and so wonderful. But I loved you before, Heavenly Creatures, your first movie. How'd you get that role?
I got that role. I was sent it with a whole bunch of girls from an agency that I was with at the time, and I'd read the synopsis of the story, and I was with my dad in the car, and I was reading this. I was going, wow, Dad, this is great. And he said to me, you'll do it, you'll do it. And I thought, God, I've got to have that belief then. So I went for it right down the line. And then I was working in a deli at the time. I didn't have any money, and I thought, well, you know, I'll just do this part-time job. In the middle of making a sandwich, a pastrami sandwich for somebody, and the phone rang, and someone went, Kate, your agent's on the phone, dropped everything. Someone else finished making the sandwich, ran to the phone, and the agent says, you've got the job. And I just went, ah! And just burst into tears, dropped the phone, and had to go home early. I couldn't make any more sandwiches after that news. I was so excited.
And then you were on your way. What's your latest film, Hideous Kinky?
Hideous Kinky.
Is about you and travels in Morocco or something?
Absolutely right. It's based on a novel by Esther Freud, which I believe is more well known in England than it is here. And it's autobiographical. Esther, when she was young, when she was 5 years old, was taken to Morocco by her mother and with her other sister. And it's really about the time that they have there and what they were escaping from in London, which was kind of hardship and not having much money and not much sort of fun for the girls. And she just thought, you know, time to change things, and went out there. And it's really about the experiences that they had, the people that they met, and what it kind of gives them as an experience and as an adventure. And it seems as though it was kind of troubled. We have a scene where a woman has stolen your pants. Yes, this is true. This is true. They lived in lots of different places, and one of the lodgings that they stayed in, the next door room was they were actually prostitutes were occupying this room, and she stole my pink trousers, and I wasn't happy. That's the clip we have. Hideous Kinky. Take a look. Kate Winslet.
Lovely.
Are they? Hideous Kinky opens this Friday all across the country. And where are they?
I'm waving at them.
The little girls who are in the movie who play your daughters, they're here in the
right
audience.
there.
Wave, you cutie patooties. Look how cute they are. Adorable. Now, Kate, will you stick around and try to win a game for our, play a game and win some stuff for our audience?
Absolutely, will do.
All right, Kate Winslet, right after this. Don't go away. Still ahead from Spin City, Connie Britton. Back with Kate Winslet, Bella and Carrie, who star in Hideous Kinky as the daughters of Kate. Aren't they cutie patooties? Say hi to everybody.
Hello!
Hello! Lovely British hello! Okay, if Kate successfully plays the game Ship Shape, everyone will win. Hold that up, Carrie. The Ants video! There you go! All right, here's how we play. Now, you were on the Titanic, big boat. You're associated with that film. Here we got 5 famous boats and 5 people associated with them. You have to match, in 30 seconds, the boat with the famous person. Girls, you can help if you want.
What happens if I get some wrong?
On this show, we give the prize anyway.
Great. Okay.
You've got 30 seconds. Go. You can help, girls. You can help.
Okay, this one. This one is the Jaws man, so that goes on this one up here. What else have we got? This one goes on this one. Yeah, goes on this one here. Do you know who he is? Should we take a guess? This one, this one. And this one. Done!
Yes! Jaws. Roy Schneider, Jaws. Gilligan, the SS Minnow.
That was a
Carnival
guess.
Cruise, Kathy Lee Gifford.
Complete guesses.
Yellow Submarine, The Beatles, and Shelley swimming in the Poseidon Adventure. You did so good!
I totally guessed these last two.
You guessed the last two?
He's sort of a very all-American guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
We didn't know about him in England.
You
at
don't
all,
get
so-
Gilligan's Island?
No, I vaguely recognised his face, and so I thought, oh, I've seen that somewhere. I just guessed.
You have to sit right back and you'll hear a tale. A tale of a fateful trip that started from this traffic port aboard a tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man. The skipper, brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day. A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Then thunder, lightning. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was stuck. Look how good. Look how helpful and nice they are. They've never seen the show. They're British and they're happy. They're just clapping. But it's nice of you to participate. Girls, it's so nice to have you here. Thank you very much for helping. And the movie Hideous Kinky opens this Friday, and go see it with these 3 fabulous women. Thank you very much for being here. And she's going to sign some Titanic stuff for charity. 18-year-old tenor Josh Groban right after this.